The Files tab shows the lists of show files and audio files currently resident on the system. If the file lists are not visible, clicking on the Files icon will make them appear. To create a new show, select File, New Show, and type in the title, in this case, World of Nature. Save that, and you'll see that the new show name is in the list of show files. The Cue panel is on the right side of the screen here, and again, if it is not visible, click on the Cues icon to make it appear. Click New Cue, and the first cue is available for naming. In this case, we'll call this Field Ambience. And we can select from a number of event-based or time-based triggers to execute the cue. In this case, we'll leave it set on manual, and we'll look at cue triggers in another video. Click OK to save the cue. If the timeline window is not already open, click on the timeline icon to switch to the timeline now. Here we can see the list of audio files at the bottom of the window and cue 1 marked by a flag at the top. Drag a file of crickets to track 1, snug it up against the beginning of the cue. Returning to the main page, set convenient levels at the input fader, the output fader, and in the matrix to monitor the new sound, and click Go to manually execute the cue. And there we hear the crickets. Now we'll probably be needing sounds that are not already loaded onto the Soundhub, so in order to do that, we need to look in the hard drive of our PC or Mac, and by clicking on this icon, we open the folder that we've previously mapped to the button, and we can select the single cricket and drag it over and drop it into the audio files list. We can see by examining the audio files list that the new file is there in the list in alphabetical order. Switching to the timeline again, we drag the new file up to track 2, drop it in the well between the two lines, and we can see that it occupies 2 tracks because it is a stereo file. The 2 input faders are automatically linked, but the 2 output faders need to be manually linked by using their link buttons to raise their levels together. Again, we assign a convenient level in the matrix to map the inputs to the outputs. To add a snapshot, select Update Cue and click the Add button. A number of controls for any or all input channels or output channels can be included in a snapshot, but for the present time we'll just include the input faders for the 3 selected inputs that we have as part of our cue. Select the inputs and check the appropriate boxes. We'll also set a 2-second fade-in time and click Add, and now we have a cue that fades in over 2 seconds. The camera icon beside the cue name in the cue list shows that there's a snapshot included in the cue.